I want you to understand that forget whatever that is going on social media, forget whatever that the Nigeria terrorist states are saying on social media and behaving on their National Assembly. They know that the game is over. I am telling you the fact. The northern Nigeria know that the game is over. I know what is going on within them. The presidency of Nigeria know that the game is over. The Senate President Ekpa knows that the game is over. The only people that do not know, or maybe they are just skeptical, are the gullible one Nigerians who are believing in the Nigeria terrorist army that they have the capability to eliminate Biafrans, not knowing that I actually lost the war already before even the war started.
Welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world. I welcome you to this amazing platform. Please like and share the program. Share to family and friends. Share to everyone that is close to you so that this information will get to where it's supposed to get to. On this episode, I'm about to share with you a question and answer section that was delivered by the Deputy Prime Minister, COS, interim, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. I want you to pay attention to this very program, how she responded to important question that was posed to her, for you to know that she actually knows the direction to go and she is on the right path, propagating that same gospel that the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, was propagating, following the templates of the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. If you have a doubt, doubt no more. Listen to this program from beginning to the end. I bet you, at the end of this presentation, you'll be glad you did, and you will never, ever remain the same. No matter the confusion that is out there, all it takes is for you to apply your common sense to everything that you are hearing, and you will know the direction to go. There is only one United States of Biafra. Only one, not two. Always have that at the back of your mind. It is either you are in or you are out. You cannot be lukewarm. You can't be in and out at the same time. Make your choice where you belong. And the time is now. There is only one United States of Biafra. Pay attention and hear.
Okay.
Are you Mazeneka from Cambodia?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mr. Henry, that's me.
Thank you. Go ahead and you
I greet everyone. I greet my COS. All protocol are highly observed. Please, I don't want to take time. I'm sorry I came late to the meeting, but I have just one or two questions and an advice. One is this: I am not part of the people that will waste time in something that is not necessary, because some of the things that is flying up and down to me is not necessary. First, my COS, madam, I want to know if there is any tangible, reasonable action that is being taken by you and your group towards the release of our leader, the PM, Simon Ekpa. That is very, very important to me. We cannot be online talking every day on things that are not necessary, because this is exactly what happened to Nnamdi Kanu, and he's still there. So please, I am asking if there is any workable and reasonable effort that is being made towards getting him released, and then towards...
Okay, Cambodia person. We are not...
Another question again.
Okay, go ahead.
Are you hearing me?
Go ahead.
And then, because what I'm saying is that I don't want us to be part of this coming to social media to be gossiping, to be saying this and that. Let the actions prove who is on the right
path. Ask your question, please. You don't advise anybody. Go ahead.
Now, what I'm saying now, the effort now to making sure that the necessary countries that are being met so that Biafra will start receiving recognition from countries. Those are my questions.
Okay, so thank you so much. First and foremost, I don't think you love Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister, more than anybody here. So when people go around and thinking they are the ones that love Prime Minister Simon Ekpa and want PM to come now here online and talk with them. And people parade those kind of fallacies and childish talk publicly to confuse and to dissuade and to gain little sympathy from unsuspecting Biafrans, using that narrative. Oh, that what are you doing about Simon Ekpa? I want to let Biafrans know that those line of talk, those kind of talks, are individuals that do not even have a clue or know who our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa is. Because if you truly know and you are following the updates, not just me, many of the secretaries, many of the cabinet members, if you have been following the updates that we have been given about our Prime Minister, about the individuals that we are taking and questioned with our Prime Minister that have been released, if you have been following that, we said very soon our Prime Minister will join us after Finland have finished their investigation based on some of the lies that some Biafrans and the Nigerian government have lied against our Prime Minister. If you have been following all this, I'm not sure you will ask this question. You think the release of our Prime Minister and allowing him to talk is in the hand of the COS? You think is in the hand of any member here? Or you think is in your hand? So when people talk publicly, using some of this narrative that you just explained here, I will encourage Biafran, please disregard those kind of narrative. Because if the individual has really been following all the data we have been given, not only to Biafrans, but to the world, and even the narrative that even our allies internationally has been telling the Finnish local authorities about rounding up this investigation and letting our Prime Minister be with us. If you have been following that, then that question will not come up. Because the ability for our Prime Minister to join us and talk to us is not something that is dependent on the COS, like some fools have been talking. It is not dependent on me. It's not dependent on anybody here. It's dependent on the due process of the Finnish local police, who says they are investigating something, which is part of incitement, that the Prime Minister is in Finland, and when he says something, it happens in Biafra land. And they are still trying to see whether that is going on. And they've discovered over the weeks they've held or they've restrained our Prime Minister, that Prime Minister has not communicated with any of us. That's why they took his phone, which is okay. It's all part of the process. They took his phone, but everything happening in Biafra land is still happening 24/7. So these are the facts that the Finland local police need to establish, that our Prime Minister has no hand in what is happening in Biafra territory. It is about a people that wants to be free. It is about a people that have declared their independence. It is about a people that is now a nation. And that nation is not dependent on an individual, whether it's our Prime Minister, whether it's Nnamdi Kanu, whether it is me, whether it's you. It's not dependent on any of us. So the Finnish local police, they also want to establish that it is not dependent on our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. So they may need more time to establish that why they are restricting Odogu, even though why they took his phone, even though why they do not allow him to communicate with us. Biafrans are doing the needful. Biafrans are observing the one that sit at home 247. Biafrans are mounting their flags all over the Biafra land. Biafrans have 40 states in Biafra territory. All the states have 15 counties. All the counties have 5 districts. The Finnish local police have confirmed, they are confirming every single week that our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, is not the reason for Biafra. He is just one of us. So these things take time, and it doesn't really matter. So when we have individuals come out to say, oh, what are you doing about Prime Minister Simon? As if that is dependent on the COS. You will be more concerned about the Prime Minister who some of you cherish so much, you love so much, you are following so much. You should be more concerned when that same Prime Minister has given you an order, has given Biafrans an order. Follow this person, follow Dr. Orabueze until he rejoices. You should be more concerned about you not following that order. Then what kind of servant are you? What kind of a follower are you? When you cannot obey simple instruction that come from that Prime Minister who you pretend to love so much, who you pretend you are looking for, who you pretend you want him out. Yes, but you cannot follow simple instruction that he gave. So I don't want to call it psychophancy, but again, I just want to be sure that when we as leaders talk, you know you are talking as a true and genuine leader of Biafra, not as this psychopath, these rags that are flying here and there. We're not really in the time for question and answer. First, I just wanted to ensure that the Asian rep director there has all that he takes to make the necessary changes in the whole Asia and Middle East, replace those that are not following the Prime Minister's order ASAP, submit the names of the people that are truly and genuinely following our PM Simon Ekpa. That is one of the major reasons. And again, these individuals, they do not have to be or have been working with the people that are creating some of this little childish chaos. It could be brand new individuals that have been following Prime Minister. They have been so quiet, but following, and they are ready to take up the mantle of leadership in whatever country in Middle East or Asia. I just want to make sure, Henry, you're comfortable in that. But like you said, you're going to submit the list later on. We're going to work on that. Thank you so much. So
Thank you.
Let me go to my opening speech. I know we have to clear all these things first, because that is really the major reason why we are visiting Asia and Middle East today. Again, my speech will be very, very short. Thank you so much, Biafrans and friends of Biafrans. Thank you so much, Asia and Middle East. Thank you so much, Henry, for what you are doing in that part of the world. Thank you to all the secretaries and all the cabinet members. Thank you to our foot soldiers in the 40 states of Biafra. Thank you to our wonderful angels that are standing up every single day, supporting our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa and supporting this government of the United States of Biafra. I want to let everyone know this is the United States of Biafra. There is a new leadership. This is United States of Biafra. We've declared our nation. We have been recognized by some countries in the world. We have laws that guide what we do. It's no longer business as usual. There is discipline in every aspect of the United States of Biafra. Some of the disciplines some of us have not seen in the past. We have to maintain this to ensure that when we are talking with our allies in different parts of the world, they will go back to history and look at what we are doing. Those are the major concern of the government at this point, to ensure that some of those charters, some of those human rights laws that we approved when we were in Finland, we are following that. The protection of our citizens, making the world a better place, respect for human, respect for every single individual, respect for people's religion, respect for people's rights to assemble. All those are some of the rights we have professed, we have confirmed when we were in Finland, that we, the United States of Biafra leadership and the people, we will continue to maintain that. And we've approved that we are going to be part of those charters. And those are some of the things our allies are looking for when they want to sign the documents that we're already working on for our country. So I want every individual here to remember that now we are a nation. And that nation is just one nation under the leadership of His Excellency Mazi Simon Ekpa, being represented by my humble self, Ngozi Orabueze. There is no other nation, there's no other country, there is no other leadership. Anything outside this, you need to ask those people or that individual, who are they working for? But as far as the United States of Biafra is concerned, and the structures that have been laid down by our Prime Minister over the years, those are the structures we are going to be following, whether in the homeland or whether in diaspora. And I keep telling people, the Prime Minister have laid every single structure for the independence of the United States of Biafra. Some, you may know some, you may not know some, and that's why we keep saying, what you don't know is bigger than you. And we will continue to ensure that those principles, those parameters, those structures laid down by our Prime Minister is fully executed under the United States of Biafra. So many structures that the Prime Minister has set up, apart from like at homeland, the 40 states, there are so many things that he has set up in the 40 states that many people are not aware of that. And this is the time to activate those things. And the individuals that are involved in those things, they are fully ready on ground and they are ready to start working from day one. As you all are aware, if some of you have been following my Twitter space, most of the things that pertains to this government, apart from announcing that to the individual approved platforms, I also put some of them on the Twitter space. The Biafra Defense Defense Secretary has posted. We have two drafts. Two approvals that are on our Twitter space today. The first one is the identification of our Biafra forces on ground and issuance of form of ID. Again, that is a defense thing. I'm not going to go into details, but I'm just going to let the world and Biafrans know what we are doing, which is our right on what we are doing. It is our right to do that, to protect the territorial integrity of the United States of Biafra, to protect our land from the foreign invaders, to protect our land from reintegrated terrorists that the Nigerian state has hired. The reintegrated terrorists wearing Nigerian military and police uniform, they are not allowed in our land, in any part of the United States of Biafra. They are foreign invaders. We've encouraged them, we've told them, we've mandated them to leave Biafra territory ASAP, because they are occupying a foreign land. United Nations, United States of Biafra today is an independent nation. We declared our independence on the 29th of November 2024 in Lahti, Finland. All Biafrans gathered there that day to declare our independence, just like United States of America, they gathered and declared their independence. Just like Brexit, they gathered and declared their independence. Just like other countries, Somaliland, they gathered and declared their independence. That same way, the United States of Biafra legally, as of today, is a free nation, independent United States of Biafra. There are no two ways about that. Anybody in our territory must by our law, because the people have spoken. The United States of Biafra has opened up conscription and recruitment of our able men and women into the United States of Biafra military, Biafra Defense Forces, Biafra Liberation Army, Biafra Navy, Biafra Air Force. The Biafra Defense Secretary and Defense Department has announced the recruitment of able-bodied men and women into Biafra security. That is posted. The website to apply is also on that notice. So these recruitments are going to be done in a decentralized manner. The decentralized manner using the 40 states of Biafra, using the commanders, using the deputy commanders, using the state administrators, and also using the special forces that have been in place by our Prime Minister to train these individuals. That has been opened. We encourage every commander in Homeland to continue to do the needful. And like our defense have posted the other day, all commanders, they have equal power in their domain because it's decentralized. And we encourage them to maintain the highest form of discipline that our Prime Minister have told them to do. That is what we are going to continue to do. We have good reimbursement. We have adequate compensation for our men and women in the security forces. That is the task of Biafra. That is the task of the government, to ensure that our men and women that are serving us, protecting our land from the terrorists that are coming to kill us, get all the tools they need, get all the adequate resources they need, and get the reimbursement they need. That way, at this point, I thank all our supporters, privately and publicly, that continue to help us financially, spiritually, physically, to ensure that the United States of Biafra is fully defended by our angels. That we will continue to do. The next thing I want to talk about is Biafrans. Please do ignore, and that is why we do not really want, we are the oxygen that some of these individuals breathe. So when we see them parading or trying to do these shenanigans they are doing online, that they, again, usually I don't want to talk about some of these mediocres parading themselves everywhere. These are individuals that have, in the past, most of them that betrayed our Prime Minister in different ways. And as time goes on, I'll be posting out some of videos, some of the instructions where our Prime Minister, His Excellency Simon Ekpa, where he was on the verge of firing all these individuals now, you see, parading themselves.
Repeat itself at all. We are in a very, very dangerous stage. I say a very dangerous stage in this struggle. And it is almost coming to an end of the beginning. Very complicated word, end of the beginning. So, yes, we want people to stay and stick to what they have, the sacrifice they have made in this government, so that nobody will be removed and nobody will be suspended. Everybody have done well, and I have been looking at the positive side of everyone instead of taking the negative side. Like I've said, a lot of things have gone wrong, which could have propelled suspension of many people here. But I'm not looking at the time where we're very strict in what we do. You know, there was a time for that, and now we are more interested in in the input and the result of each and every one of us, not the negative part of it and all that. But let it not be that everybody will feel that now we are relaxed, we have crossed the time of suspension and all that. My brother, my sister, believe me, I can do and undo for this struggle and for this Biafra to come. So do not think that you are in a position where you can now control the media and you can do anyhow with any staff appointed by the government, including yourself. Sonny, this particular one is going to you directly. You must respect the other authorities in this government as a Minister of Communication.
Prime Minister,
and that has happened, Sonny, that has happened severally. You know that in the space, for example, in the space, when I am supposed to be ending my space when I have a meeting, you will start asking questions. And you know that the way I ended space last time was not really good. I didn't end it very well. Because when I was told you that I have 2 minutes to go, that was when you started asking me questions.
You PM me?
Yes. Yes, in the last space.
Was I even in the last space to the end?
No.
When the network was bad?
Jerry, were you there?
It's not me. It's not me that asked you the last question. It's not me.
Jerry, were you there?
Jerry was there. It's not me that asked you the last question.
Was it not Sonny? It was
It's
Sonny
not
now.
me. It's not me.
Yeah. You don't Sonny have a title that you don't know. Sonny have a title I call a one of Biafra land. So
after the program, after I told him that I have 2 minutes, right? And then somebody asked question within that 2 minutes, and then I was answering that question. After answering that question, Sonny now started, he started building up the, question.
I just wanted to add more back to it, sir.
And then I allowed him to build that question. He built it. And then when he finally released the question, and I told him, I am sorry, my time is up. That was what I answered him, and I left. So it's not supposed to be like that. And then the other time when I was supposed to end the program, you started bombarding me with questions which I answered from beginning to the end. Right? So these are the things that yes.
Sorry for that one. I will know when your question should come. You are the one that is always giving room to that. When I want to bring the program down, you will still extend the time again, and then Biafra want to fire on. You will extend.
It come with spirit now. The day that
now that same spirit.
And again,
that same spirit will descend on me now.
Yeah, and again, if I have a meeting that it may be, if I have a meeting that is started, if it is just me that say, okay, the program is going to end, that's when I can extend it. But when I have a meeting, I don't want to miss that meeting, so I have to end it. But if I don't have a meeting that I just say this program is going to end, maybe in 2 minutes time, and then the spirit comes and I go with the flow, then it's a different thing. But when I have a meeting, I cannot leave the people that I have already agreed that I'm going to have a meeting with, and then I will start answering questions when the program should be ending. So if the next time, if I'm on the space and there is a question that you want Biafrans to hear that address, you start early. It becomes like a question and answer program of the official government in Ezra. You can ask your question early before any other person, not when I am saying the time is up and then you will come in with your bombardment of questions and all that.
PM, that is copied. You have just explained many things here and given room to the cabinet members to say things, and then you understand the way they should have been. But if the cabinet members don't have this opportunity to talk to themselves, how will issues be clarified? I have no kabat, and I did not call anybody to put me up to write anything. Now, if we are in a program, you said here every department have to work collectively, and they have what they are doing to have one equal result. If we are in a program and the COS is in charge, that you are just telling us now. You never told us all this before, and we are just hearing it now. And we accept it now that we have had it. Now, if the COS is to shut down the program.
Thank you so much for watching the program. I appreciate you for your patience to watch from beginning to end. I hope you have learned a lot from this very program that I just played. This video, please like and share the video, share to all platforms, After sharing the video, now you can go to the comment section and put down your comment. Whatever suggestions, contributions you have to make, what you think about the video I just played, go to the comment section and put your comment. I will go to the comment section, and I bet you I am learning a lot from there, and you can equally learn from there. Let us share our experience on that comment section. Thank you so much, and stay blessed. Don't forget to share, and Njoku will continue to bless you as you share. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity, and equity. We move. Airborne.